Hi, Ray. First of all, I did not say you were in the Gestapo yesterday.
Yes, you
I
did.
said you were supporting the Gestapo. I said you were supporting the Gestapo.
Well, what's
you have argument, sure. But in any event, you misrepresented, and the producer said that you only briefly saw the clip once, so I shouldn't be too hard on you. But you misrepresented entirely what's in that video, the new video. You see the video of him walking around this vehicle, the maroon vehicle. You see him walk past the driver, who politely says, "It's okay, dude, I'm not mad at you." It's apparent from both women that are speaking to him that he's being overly aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive, because then he continues walking around the vehicle.
He's doing his job.
Can I continue, Ray?
Yeah.
Before you cut me off. He continues around. He looks at the license plate. The spouse says, "It's okay, dude. We don't replace our license plates. We're here every day." And she continues around, and she says, and it's clear to him that all she says to him is basically that he's being hangry. She says, "You want to come at me? Go get some lunch, big boy." She's like basically saying, "You need to eat something because your like blood sugar's off or something." That's the entire confrontation. And from the other videos, you can see she doesn't hit him. You can see the guy walking afterwards. Clearly, he walks over to her vehicle, sees her in pain, and then they leave her for 10 minutes, blocking a doctor from getting to her. I cannot believe they're supporting this. And the last caller, the guy who tried to contrast her with Ashley Babbitt, this woman was in her own neighborhood. Ashley Babbitt was attacking the Capitol. Ashley Babbitt was a traitor. This woman was just a woman in her own home, in her own neighborhood. And all the other callers, you have the right to go outside in your neighborhood. You have the right to tell cops that they're jerks. You have the right. This is America. This isn't fascist Germany. This isn't the Soviet Union. We're allowed to do those things here. That's the whole premise of don't tread on me. You get to tell the government they're being bad.
And I don't have a problem with that. But you and I are seeing this completely differently. First off, yes, he's being aggressive because he's trying to do his job. He felt threatened. He wanted these two women to get the hell out of there so he could perform and do his thing and grab this individual, whoever it was they were looking for. They were hindering him from that. That would have pissed me off too. So that was the problem right there. And she's just not a walk in the park. Her nickname is Warrior by the very group that she was there supporting. That's her nickname, Warrior. You can't deny that. They've all admitted that's who she is. And this was her whole thing, was to basically be the antagonistic non-support to the other side of this because she doesn't like what ICE does. Okay, she's free not to like what ICE does, but that's still against the law. And in the process, she did commit a felony. We established that cool and clear yesterday. We did. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hey, Tom, talk to me. It's all yours.
Hey, Ray. About 10 years, almost every day listening to you. You got me through some hard times. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Two quick comments that
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard it say. So I've been in a situation when you get panicked, and whether or not she intended to do that, run him over. It doesn't matter. She panicked. Maybe she got away, but if you panic and raise a gun at a cop, you die. So we don't know what her intentions were, but we will never know. But anyways, I think she was the demise of her death. And that's sad. It is sad. Second comment is when we were talking about the fraud going on, I heard that something about autism. There was fake autism or something with autism. Kids being listed for kickbacks when that didn't exist. I wonder if those autism rates that Robert Kennedy's trying to find out why, if they have any correlation to do with fake autism numbers, if you know what I mean.
I don't. You got me a little lost there. So is this in those groups, those fake groups that were put together by the Somalis that were collecting federal money?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you trying to?
Well, I don't know how much Minnesota has, but it's the autism. If there's so many, let's say Somalis that went in and said their kid had autism, and they really didn't. But to extrapolate that across the U.S., if people were doing that, maybe if during the same time that autism rate started to shoot up, I just wondered if it had a correlation or not. But I never heard anybody bring that up.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to make a call on because we don't. When you go back to all of this stuff about the autism and all of these, if we're talking about the same thing, these kids groups that were supposedly put together by these Somali individuals that were fake, basically to rip off the American taxpayer. I think maybe that's a different issue compared to what happened with the killing of this particular protester. So we got to be careful not to mix them both up.
Right.
Because it's two different things. Now, so which one are you curious about? Are you the groups that were stealing the money or the death of this protester?
Well, I was just making a comment on her death that it was a